Всем привет!
Hi everyone, it's me, Pasha. In this video, I'm going to show how we managed to survive in such extreme conditions in Luhansk. You will also see what parts of the city suffered most of all, and what is really happening in the city. Let's start off from considering my residential quarters. It used to be so nice before the war. The house I see every day through the windows was shelled. Its address is Stepnoi 6. ATB supermarket with cheapest stuffs was undermined. Houses and banks were shelled. Pensioners can't get their pensions. Markets and cafes are destroyed. People lost their jobs. Now let's go to the city center. Do you want to see what happened to it? The way to the city center wasn't easy. There were lots of rebel forces that could have taken our camera. They could have even considered us spies. There were lots of soldiers all over the market. They might have kept watch over the market, though it's burned to the ground. The workers are reluctantly removing the garbage they will get their daily allowance for. These people who might have lost their homes and relatives are trying to find something. It was heavily shelled, and it was like a hell with lots of splinters. Markets, blocks of flats, the university and Maxim Gorky library were heavily shelled. Lots of schools are destroyed, and certainly they won't be rebuilt soon. Pupils have no choice but to play with shells and to climb the tank and to do things like this. While sappers are really struggling to clear mines because the city is shelled almost every single minute. They are all over the city and sappers work all day long. They are even afraid of going out of the city because of lots of snipers, but we were on the outskirts of the city. We really saw lots of shells. There were as many shells as there were beetles in the garden. Look, the shell cut the tree down. We can see the marks it left. It's even bigger than my hand, and it fell down. The splinter has sliced into the tree. The neighboring tree fell on it. The rubbish is falling. Do you see it at such distance?
Видите, вон она. Что, НПЗ? А сверху у нас
Here is a hole.
такая вот нора. Нора. Посвечу, посмотрите, какую она норку выбила.
Look at what we took out of it.
Извлечь. О.
There was a closing ring and a stabilizer.
Видно сам снаряд? Там. Дальше надо. Видно его?
Another shell burst in the city center. Let's go to the east. There were fierce fights. There used to be lots of checkpoints. Now there is no any. After such accidents. Somebody there. Transmission. The soldiers entrenched right in front of the windows. New artilleries have been brought.
осколочками так порезало. И подходим буквально к следующей опоре, и мы видим то же самое.
Here is the same. Here you can see how heavily the power transmission cable suffered. The cables are aluminum and iron. Because of this, I didn't have power supply for almost 4 months.
У меня дома не было света почти 4 месяца.
Of course, electricians are trying to do something about this problem, but still most of all wires are left on the road. Here is no voltage.
Ой, жесть.
That's harsh. You can enjoy yourself hanging on the wire. Sometimes there was no water for 3 weeks. Since there was no power supply, we had to go to the city center to charge our cell phones with generated electricity. When it was shelling heavily, people hid it in the basement far away from the windows and were leaving some encouraging graffiti. When there was no power supply, people spent lots of time outdoors because TVs and computers didn't work. Also, people cook food right in front of the entrances. That's not all. Lots of houses are struck by shells, and those shells haven't burst yet. As you can see, it's just escalating. But we are trying to clear mines. Our next video is just about clearing mines.
Следующее видео